What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? Out of nowhere, 100 million Luna Classic just burned. Is that a gigantic amount? No, but it's a pretty decent amount. And listen, if we were to get that every day, we'd be looking real happy right about now. So make sure you hit the like button. On the way in, let's talk about what's going on. We're tracking the wallet, trying to figure it out. But this also leads to what I was telling you before. We're a step away from another big move. Now, what I predicted yesterday, I gave you kind of a triangle pattern that was playing out right now, and that I expected the most logical move was to hit the bottom of that, and that we should have a strong bounce from that location. And guess what? Well, you know what? Make sure you hit that like button, and I'll show you. All right, so right there, you see there's a spike. About 100 million tokens just got burned. We don't know exactly where that's coming from. However, let's do a little tracking. Over on Lunk Dash, we can see that it's number 81 overall, holding 5.236 billion Terra Luna Classic. Now, when we look at it from the context, Cryptex, that's holding about 5.6. Hashed validator, we've got Coin One withdrawal, we've got crypto.com, Coin One deposit, KuCoin. So odds are that it's some kind of small exchange, something like that. Maybe they did a voluntary burn. We don't know at this point exactly what it is, but as soon as we find out, we'll let you know. But listen, imagine, if you will, that almost every one of these wallets did some transfers, moved some stuff around, and the same sort of burn applied to everybody. That would be just a crazy move. So again, to refresh here, we've got 100 million burned. Somebody's moving some stuff around or voluntarily burning it in their wallet. Could be a big move. Could just be a random event. Now, the burns are at 213 million, but when you look at this one, you're going to add to that. So we're going to go up to about 300 million by tomorrow. By the way, not a lot of burns happening other than this one. Now, the way that it worked here was over a few minute window here. That's where the burns came into play. We had 40 million burn at one spot, then we had another 20 million, and then we started to see this burn happen. It was slow but sure. So it looks rounded, the numbers. You had 4 million here, which looks like it was a test burn maybe. And you know, again, when you're looking at it from this context, there's smaller amounts that are being burnt. So, you know, you had 4, then you had 40, then you had 20, then you had 16. Like, it just started to pile up one after the other. So it looks like it's coordinated. So maybe, just maybe, that was somebody out here just decided they were going to burn 100 million. So I don't know. Again, when we find out some information, we find out some details, we will let you know. In fact, you know what? Let's just search the wallet and see where it goes. So what I've got so far, just love how random validators get 1 billion stake out of nowhere. Morty, what do we know about this wallet? That was in 2024. I see it got filled with money from an even bigger wallet. So top validator delegations. So we don't have anything there. We've got the Lunk burns. Interesting wallet in the past 2 days has bought 15.5 billion Lunk from MEXC and Binance, equaling 1.3 million. That is this wallet. So whoever or whatever this is a $1 million whale. So we shall see what this is. Most likely, again, I think it's an exchange. I think it will end up being an exchange. I think we're misreading some of the signs, but let's continue on. If you are looking for risk-based gaming, Terra Casino is your place to go. The Gates of Hades daily tournament just ended. They gave away $1 million. Daily Madness going till June 29, giving away 11,000. Bet and Win Weekly through Evolution through June 29, 125,000 in euros. You can also play Pine of Plinko. There's a lot going on here. And starting in 2 days, the 1.1 million euro poker knockout league. Guys, go win. Like, go win. That's going to be awesome. Especially if somebody from this chat ends up winning. Also, if you're looking to trade at Terraport.finance. Certainly helps out, I think, the entire ecosystem. Now, when you look at the pairings and stuff like that, you have many different options. All you have to do is come over here and pay attention. Now, I've got 18 days left for my unlock, earning a little bit more Terra. We are staking over here. And by the way, if you want to farm if you want to do liquid staking, whatever you want to do over here, you can do to earn yourself significant yield based on the opportunity presents itself. So go to terraport.finance and start earning today. Other than Luna X, there's nothing really to discuss on Commonwealth. I hope you guys read over that. I'm not prepared to discuss it yet, but I think you guys should read it. Cat, we've had up 14% on the day. Terra up a slight percentage, but generally speaking, a liquidity being sucked out. We'll look at that when we look at the market. There is a proposal up from BLV Labs. We've already talked about this when spending proposal for enabling wallet whitelisting. And so far, 100% Interstellar Lounge, Jesus is Lord. Everybody so far been voting yes right now. There's no no's. There's no no with vetoes, and there's no abstaining so far. So looks pretty good. Now, let's break it down what's going on. The U.S. market is in that spot. We don't know today. Look, we're potentially at war. Iran, Israel, Ukraine, Russia. There's a lot going on, a lot happening back here that's causing a stagnation on the market at this exact moment, but it will not maintain, and I'll show you why. So let's zoom out here again. What I said yesterday was most likely we could see a breakdown to the bottom of this range. We're not getting a strong push here, but eventually we'll break to the upside, okay? Not a lot, and then eventually we'll just pop out into that 407 level, and that will be the completion of that first sort of leg and move right there. We saw it happen a couple days ago. Going to happen again. Now, the problem that I gave you was that this could still happen. We have been minting every time we think we can't go any lower, we actually go lower. So there is a case to be made that this could be a double bottom test. Now, in the event that we don't get the double bottom test, let's remove that, then we should look at it from this context that we're looking for that pivot area right there, and that pivot area is going to be 4,600. So there could also be a case where this is the move down into 46 and then a spike, and there should be a significant spike. Something to remember here is what we're looking for is we're looking for that breakout escape velocity, and we really have not seen it yet. We really haven't seen anything that's moved the needle. In fact, what we've seen is altcoins having the liquidity sucked down. By the way, we justify in our minds, and by the way, if you comment down at the bottom, this is a scam, blah, 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 even your little pea brain mind, probably once you're done kissing your mom with tongue, who does that? Gross. You people are gross. Anyway, use your pea brain mind here, and you will look. We're going to end up going up. That's I guess what I want to say here. And you shouldn't kiss your mom. Stop doing that. You guys are gross. Okay. But when we look at it from a technical standpoint, there's everything fundamentally says that we are in there's no trickery, there's no chicanery, if you will, in the way that this market is moving. Now, we've had this outflow. We're going to look at it on the daily, and you can see on the MACD, there's outflow right there. And the question is, how long will that outflow continue to extend itself before we get a reversal? Now, in the event that we get a rate cut today, there's going to be a significant reversal on all markets. And most people are going to be more risk savvy. They're going to be looking to take on and absorb more risk. Now, when I look at it from this context, I don't think that this is a completed move, but we've seen it before where it's just kind of, popped out into the red just a little bit, and then we saw a significant spike. Well, the RSI is low, so it is preparing for a move, I would think. Same thing up here. So we're looking at another move, and a significant move at that. Most likely up again into this range. Now, if you say to yourself, well, that's not significant, that's not exactly what I was looking for. Okay, top buyer, Jesus Christ, quit crying, you old bitch. There's gonna be a move, okay? If you invested like a dildo, you get treated like a dildo. If you invested responsibly, you put a little bit in and you saw it go down, and you put a little bit more in and you DCA your way down, then guess what? You're looking at this and you're like, you know what? It's another opportunity to buy. If you have faith in the project. If you don't have faith in the project and you bought it, what are you, stupid? So you're just speculative investor looking to scalp it. I mean, come on, quit being a baby, man, okay? So anyway, I do think that ultimately we're going to see a nice big move here. All right, that's what I wanted. We're not going to talk about USTC or Luna or anything today, but we saw a drop about 10% roughly in volume. It was spiking a little bit, but not great. Like, it's still not great. We're about 10x away from where we should be. About 100 million volume is what we should be seeing. Same thing over here, USTC. It's again, we've just got a lot of bearish momentum. Now, let's talk about something that actually happened. Now, you have 2 days, by the way, to get your clay off of BSC, in the BSC chain, before you will not be able to. The CL8Y clay bridge assist wallet is your lifeline. Don't let your asset vanish into the void. Act before June 20th. Get your shit off of off of BNB and get it back over into the Luna Classic chain, or you will lose it, because everything is moving and migrating back over here. Okay, it's not a game anymore. So if you screw this up, you're going to lose that money, and there's nothing that anybody's going to be able to do about it. But you know what we can do something about? Weso World. Now, if you are a miner, then Weso World offers you mining software, and that mining software can be used for Weso or it can be used for Base. So if you have some Weso and you want to get rewarded, then this is an opportunity. You can download the mining software on playgoogle.com. This will allow you, so if you have like an extra phone or something laying around with Wi-Fi, you can, set it to the side and just start earning a little bit of Weso for mining and validating and securing the network. So some opportunity there for you. I'm not telling you it's what you should do, but also let's go over to the other piece. And that's a statement from Base Tokens, now called Rebase. Gentlemen, there is a plan for Base in the bonding curve. However, it requires patience. I realize you are in the dark right now, but I can't make those. I said dark night, didn't I? Christ believes. Get your Batman shit together. But I can't make those plans public until a few pieces fall into place. I understand that you have concerns. All I can offer you is reassurance that there are plans for Base and its TBC to come back. It won't be exactly the same, but I think it will be better. I guess the tough decision is whether one can wait for that to happen. I owe everyone here a plan for the future. I will work to get you that answer within a few weeks. So there are a few options. 1, empty your bag at Terraport. 2, convert to Weso. Empty your bag at Terraport. Go to terraport.finance for your trading. Oh my God. Convert to Weso and then maybe come back to Base later when the plan has more structure, or hold your Base bag and hopefully it will gain more value. 3 notes. 1, if exchanging for Weso, it will be at the current price on Terraport. That one-time offer from the spreadsheet was just that, a one-time offer. I made that clear when I sent it out. 2, those that hold onto their Base bag will enter the new TBC first, and that's all I can say about that at this time. That is, in fact, what I'm doing. I'm going to just hold my Base and see what happens here. To be clear, I can't guarantee that the relaunched Base will be worth more or making you a profit. I think we all understand that, but it needs to be reiterated to make sure everyone is clear. The original Base has a lot of potential. The problem was that our voice and therefore audience was not big enough to get the momentum required. That is different now with Lunk Classic DAO. I think that will make a huge difference. So you've got a larger pool of potential investors. We'll probably talk about this a little bit more. Again, increasing the number of potential investors, and maybe, just maybe, something could happen with that Base token. Now, doesn't mean that there will, but there is the potential for that. So if you are interested, you should certainly go check out Base, and you should go check out Weso while at it. And that's it. That's the show. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to keep this a little bit shorter today than normal. I keep getting wordy, and I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to hurry these things up. I just can't. I can't shut up. I can't shut up. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. It's not financial advice.